Joyful Church. Good to be with you. If we haven't gone through some difficult parts of 1 Peter here in chapter 3, we're going to do it today in the next few living room sessions. I'm just going to jump right into the passage and you'll know exactly what I mean. It says, verse 7 of chapter 3, "Likewise, husbands, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you in the grace of life, so that your prayers may not be hindered." It's so easy to focus on the things that trip us up in these passages. And I want to encourage you to take the time to dig into these things that may be challenging and not gloss over them. We cannot walk over the things and look ahead to the things we like in the Scripture and not deal with the things we struggle with. And there may be more in this passage, just this verse, that is impactful in our modern community than we could really imagine. But we have to ask the question, what's meant by living with your wife in an understanding way? Why does he say that? What's meant by a woman being the weaker vessel? How do we understand that? In what sense can prayers be hindered? There are just a lot of questions in this passage. But we have to let the Word speak into culture. Culture doesn't change the Word. We will always at OB Joyful be committed to the Word over culture, regardless of the cost. But we will try to share the Word in a way that is meaningful and let it do its work. At any rate, if you've been following along, I would encourage you to read this whole section of 1 Peter 3, 1 through 7, and just spend some time in it. Really delve into it. Try to understand it without making it too complicated. Try to understand it in the context of its time. Do some research on it. Why are these words being said? What would they have meant to the people who heard them in that day? So we need to understand the word as it was written, with its original meaning, and then we need to let it be authoritative for us in our day, regardless of the difficulty of the application of it. So that's just a setup. We're going to move into the details of these few 2 lines of Scripture, and it's going to be interesting. And we'll see you next time when we start. All right, bye-bye.